Hey guys, it is currently 3:11 in the morning on day 15, but we're going to go ahead and talk about day 14 of NaNoWriMo. So, not that this should surprise anyone at this point, but on day 14 I started out the morning with a headache that eventually died down about 4 hours into the day, and with a fair amount of pain and stiffness in my back and shoulders. Also in my knuckles, if I recall correctly. I know that my knuckles hurt after I woke up. Also pretty sure they hurt beforehand. But I was very cold and stiff, and I spent a lot of time sitting back with my heating pad on, as well as with my hands tucked behind my heating pad to warm them up enough that they could still type. But I started with JTS. Good news there. 2,476 words written, and I completed the book with 60,222 words. And then I moved on to Untitled Mysteries, and that was 1,262 words. I headed to bed. Well, correction. I walked out of the living room at 9:20 or so in hopes of falling asleep despite the LP guy, or whatever the hell he's called, being out here and the dogs panicking, but I did not go to sleep until closer to 10 because I then had to clean up dog pee and let a dog out and let him back in and comfort the other dog and warm up my neck pillow thingies to warm up my bed. And by the time I laid down, it was much closer to 10 o'clock than my initial. I left the living room at 9:20 to go be a good person and go to sleep early. But still, I tried. The little dog was barking because the LP guy was out here, but he was also apparently barking because he had to go outside. But there's not a difference between his barks, despite the fact that I had tried to let him outside like half an hour before that, which is how I ended up cleaning up a dog mess, which was fun, because then by the time I laid down I was no longer tired. But, you know, I still got sleep, so I still got to sleep eventually, and I still slept relatively okay, so that's something. But outside of that, I woke up shortly after 5, did bird chores, moved my stuff back to my mom's room, because I did stay out here up until I went to sleep. Normally I move my stuff back to my mom's room, which is where the desktop is, around like 8 a.m. or so, which is when she leaves for work. But I didn't do that today because I was watching Netflix. So I moved all that stuff back after I did bird chores and whatnot. I edited Nano Day 12's video and then got back into writing. At this point, I had my right wrist in a brace and had 2 hours of TV shows coming on, like literally in a few minutes from that point. So I started with Untitled Mystery stuff to get the ball rolling, which I ended up with 924 words there. I finished the blog post that I started the other day that was the October wrap-up, and that was 396 words. Edited Nano Day 13's video, 170 words in Killer and Training Book 2, which is still untitled, 164 words in Voice of the Wild Places Z. Pittman's Legend Valiant Fighter ended up with 102 words. Edited one chapter of TLA, which was 2,612 words, moved up to the living room a little after 11, and then wrote 210 words in the ABC Killer, because it takes me quite a while to move all my stuff out here. My shoulders and my back and my arms are very weak nowadays, so I take many trips back and forth, so I didn't have a ton of time to work on ABC, but 210 words there, which brought me to a total of 5,704 words written for the day, which meant that I met my word goal and got 4 more words for a buffer zone, which is still great, still 4 extra words. But that's all that I have for day 14. I hope your NaNoWriMo is going well. I hope it continues to go well. And however far you are in your book, whether you're hoping to, you know, hit a goal you've adjusted for yourself for the month, or the 50,000, or something smaller or larger, or if your main goal is to finish the book or add to an old book or whatever. First of all, if you're watching to this point, I'm interested to know what your goal is this month, now that we're basically at the halfway point. By the time you see this, it'll be the halfway point, but for day 14 it's technically not. But I'm interested to know what your goal for the month is, or if it has changed from the beginning, or any of that. But regardless of your goal, I do hope it goes well, and all the progress towards it goes well. But that's all I personally have for day 14. If you liked this video, a like is always appreciated, and if you'd like to stay updated on my writing, my editing, the gaming videos I upload roughly every Friday, Nano, anything that I do on this channel in between, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages, as well as the links to my social media, are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.